In immigration market of the Portugal, there are two type of the conversations going on. The TRC card, Portugal's law, is 90 working days or 60 working days. So this is a debate going on in AIMA and also among migrants. And migrants are asking question to AIMA that what is actual Portugal's law? Why they are asking? Migrants, they have complete right to go to the court. Even AIMA New Lipson Center is following Portugal's law, but when they will go to the court, definitely they must know original law. If original law is 60 working days and they went to the court and then they will be successful, but the Portugal's law is 90 working days and they told that 60 I did not receive my resident card under 60 working days. Court will reject, court will say in accordance with the Portugal's law 90 working days is the resident card, first resident card time. Now why people are discussing this thing, I am going to tell you. There is one article, article 82 section A. This law was actually passed 1 year before, in which TRC card time was reduced from 90 working days to the 60 working days. And what happened to this law? This law did not implement yet. So I am clarifying 82 article, which you are thinking that 60 days resident card I need to deliver you in reference with Portugal's law. So therefore, and you are planning that you will go to the court if they will not give you resident card under 60 working days. That law is not implemented. The court will clearly told that your card will be given under 90 working days, because that is current Portugal's law. That law is not invalid yet when until implementation section Portugal government did not put that law. Why Portugal government is reluctant to put that law of 82 in implementation section? Because they knew that AIMA has indispensable burden of applications, and if you are looking current cases, even AIMA did not delivering in the past months in over 90 working days. How they will give resident card in 60 working days? I think this is a little bit useless discussion going on in social media and among migrants, and AIMA officers are itself confused and they are not giving card in 90 working days. How they will give card in the 60 working days? I think this is not a discussion. Now question is only one, that Portugal Lipson Center, which is a new center, ILA Lipson New Center, Mahatma Gandhi, the people who gave biometric and they received confirmation email. After the date of confirmation email, how many working days AIMA is getting to give them resident card? If anyone will cross 90 working days, it means that this experiment also failed. If people will be getting their resident card, I will consider 90 working days. My statement is that Portugal current law is not 60 working days, 90 working days, because 82 article I am ignoring. Once again, I will tell you I am ignoring because that is still in implementation section and it cannot implement under these conditions when more than 400,000 applications are in pending cases. So what will happen now if the Lipson Center, as I am telling you, and currently what is going on, the positivity of the current scenario of Portugal immigration of the Lipson Center, Mahatma Gandhi, is that some people receive resident card under 30 working days, 40 working days and 50 working days. Because this center is newly established until now, there is no 90 working days passed. So after 90 working days, we will be able to see how many people did not get their resident card. It's very simple that Portugal immigration is going in a positive direction if all people who are giving biometric in new Lipson Center, which is a revolutionary center, I will say, that is evolutionary center, I will say, that is a very optimistic center made by very young officers were appointed by the government with huge hope that we will modify our immigration system, and until now their way of handling immigration, I will say, immensely marvelous. Their way of conversation, this is called a true immigration officer. I think old immigration officers of AIMA must learn lessons from the young guys, that first of all, the migration officer has one rule, that first of all a, you must be profoundly polite with the innocent migrants, and even you are not giving them visa, even you are not giving them resident card, even you are not giving them passport, but your way of handling, like Canadian migration officer, UK migration officer, US migration officers, they are immensely polite. Some reports were telling that IMA senior officers were talking in Portuguese language and they were bounding migrants, that why you are not speaking Portuguese. I think that's not the question, because that is not in Portugal's law. Now, those senior migration officers may ask, sir, actually, in Canada, Canadian migration officer speak English, and he checked the IELTS bands. And so why we should not check the Portuguese language of the people? That's why we were doing a little assessing the language. I think there is no any Portugal's immigration law currently now. If the government wants Portuguese language to be essential, they will make a law. If the Canada wants migrants to know English, they had made the law that if you will come as a skilled worker, you must have 7 band. This is the law. Now the migrant has to prove the certificate. He will give the IELTS band 7 bands, and that is the way. But there is no any law in giving resident card that you must have certificate of the Portuguese. Therefore, I think, don't think, because there are some people who are working in such places in which there is a less speaking, and they are, for example, you are talking plumbers, or they are working, they are not talking, so they may not be able to talk. However, good thing is that Lipson Center, until now, this is a very positive news. They new Lipson Center, until now, whatever the cards issued, those cards were issued under 90 working days. Please forget 60 working days. That's why I recorded clip, because 30 working days are too much for you. But I don't think 30 working days will matter, and you are consuming time in these discussions, but I am now clarifying 90 working days is the exact law. And if you think or you plan that my resident card will not come under 90 working days, why I am telling? Because old IMA centers were delaying resident card more than 90 working days. Even some people were having 6 months, 8 months, they did not receive their cards. Therefore, they left with the option of the court, and in the court you can fight in accordance with Portugal's law that 90 working days completed and now my card is not delivered. That case is valid. If you will say 60 working days completed, I did not receive resident card, that law, actually Portugal's law, will not support you, and court may refuse your application of delivering resident card, TRC. Thank you very much.